family-oriented content.
Loveline. Viewer discretion advised.
Of Loveline in fabulous New York. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. If you guys quit the weed, you too can become board-certified. All right. We're just coming off of Sex in the 90s.
That's right.
Very informative program, and we're going to keep it going on the topic of STDs.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice that MTV is broaching this subject.
Yes.
By the way, there'll be a 15-hour marathon grind version on. They'll be on just after this. But it's great that we're getting into it. It's something that's not talked about enough.
Absolutely. I don't think we can talk about it enough. If you want to ask questions, call now. It's 1-888-996-4747. And I will attempt to answer your questions.
And I will attempt to get some ratings.
And we want to thank the Henry J. Kaiser Family Foundation, who have been responsible for this event tonight. They, in cooperation with MTV and Teen People, put together a survey of young people's attitudes about sexual behaviors. And it's interesting, they found out that about 80% of teenagers don't believe they're in harm's way if they have sex. They don't believe they can get sexually transmitted diseases. When, as you just saw, if you watch the Sex in the 90s piece, at least 1 in 5 teenagers, adolescents, are going to get an STD. It's an extremely important issue.
Could it be that just one guy has all of them, and it's skewing the
No. Well, you bring up a great point, though, because we now know, the literature shows this very clearly, that if somebody has one STD, they're at vastly higher risk of getting another. In fact, when I see people with an STD, I will typically treat for other potential STD. What?
That's called a hoe, Drew. You got to understand.
A hoe?
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
That's why.
What?
They have sex with everybody. They're drunk all the time.
It's the point.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
It's not that.
It's not knowing you know none of your friends.
Can I introduce you to a hoe, please?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
this is the point.
That is cold-blooded.
No, but that's the point. You even make that point on the video, right?
I do.
That it's not about hoes. It's about everybody in this room.
I wasn't drunk.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, she was.
Okay.
It was, all right.
All right, so Carrie, you saw Carrie in the video. Her hair was a different color, but don't let that confuse you. And she's here to jump in tonight, too, because she's experienced this firsthand.
I have.
If you just stuck with the hand, you probably wouldn't have experienced it, actually. But okay, all right, please, relax over there.
We got to get going. We got to get to the questions, all right? We got some important material to
who
get
has,
to.
Who has
we
one
have
for
a
us?
Zoe. Zoe. Excuse me. Where's Zoe?
Zoe. What are you, a cartoon character?
Looks like Zoe. Zoe is Z-O-E-Y, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, they've spelled it Zoe.
Oh, well, they're all stoned over here. Go ahead, Zoe.
Okay, my question for you is this. About 10 days ago, I went out with a boy, and the night ended in him giving me oral sex. Okay, so now fast forward to this afternoon. I'm at my health club, and I'm working out. Well, 3 treadmills down from me, I see this guy. So I walk down to say hello.
Same guy.
Yeah, same guy.
Yeah.
The oral sex guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Right there, mid-lip, is this huge herpes blister. Now, he didn't have this when I was with him.
She gave him herpes. That's what she's trying to say.
Maybe you...
No. It didn't go that way. My question for you is there a possibility that I got herpes from him? Like,
here's the deal. Let me. It's A, possible you have it and don't know it. As you saw in the video, 9 out of 10 people don't know they have this virus, and it's much more common for women not to know it when they have it. More likely, he did have it, and in fact, just at the time the virus, the SARS began, there's actually a large concentration of virus emitted, and he could potentially have transmitted something to you. So in the next 2 weeks, you get symptoms of any type. Tell them
well, you get an open sore, or if you get like flu symptoms, that's a good
You actually thought you had a yeast infection when you first went in.
It's itchy, painful, icky, yucky. That's the
be
best
seen.
way to
So it's
describe
possible.
it.
Well, she should go check herself out anyway, right?
That's always good advice, but if you get any symptoms
tests
at all...
that you can buy at the drugstore?
No. You just got to be on top of symptoms and get it checked out if they occur, okay?
But you have to go in. Couldn't you rub on something and send it in?
Not yet.
No?
Not yet. Let's go to the
That's
phones.
the way that to do it.
We're going to line
All right.
7.
What a way to end a date, by the way. I had a wonderful time. It's nice to meet you. I'm performing a little oral sex on you, and we'll call it a night.
I'm going to go to line 8 because line 7 is locked up here.
All right.
Line 8. Is this Rocky?
Rocky?
Wait, we got line 7 open. Here, Rocky.
Hello.
Hi, what's
Hey.
going on?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's your question?
My question is, I've been having a lot of group sex lately
Right.
with the teammates on my team here, and
With what?
my girlfriend's coming down on Friday, and I have this burning sensation when I pee, but it's not all the time. It's only on occasion, and I have these red bumps on the area down there, you know, by the big guy. But I do trim up my pubic hair.
You what?
And so I'm thinking maybe it's a razor burn, but it's been itching a lot, and I do have a little bit of a burn, and I'm...
Hold on. I can't stand Rocky for more than about 10 seconds.
Why? He's having group sex with his team. You don't understand what it's like to play organized sports. There's a whole bonding.
No, you guys.
I
look.
played a little Pop Warner football, and I
Here's the
can
deal.
tell you that there's a bonding that's necessary for
Rocky-
any team sport, Drew.
Rocky is engaging in indiscriminate, dangerous behavior. He has a sexually transmitted disease, at least one. He is describing the initial outbreak of herpes, potentially. He's got urethritis, at least. Would you not agree? He needs to be seen immediately, and he needs to be very honest with his girlfriend about what he's been doing, because God knows what else he's got and doesn't know about. And this is the kind of guy that carries hepatitis C and HIV, and none of us would know it. So there you go.
All right, good luck there. And by the way, he was from Canada?
Yeah.
Well, we don't really care what goes on over there,
Let's
do
go
we?
back to the studio,
Please.
shall we? The studio.
The third world. Where are we going?
We're going to the studio. We've got who coming in here? Aaron. Where are you, Aaron? They're going to get you a mic.
Hi, I'm from Canada.
Great.
A month ago, I walked in on my boyfriend sleeping with another girl.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I found out who she was. She is extremely a slutty person. I immediately broke up with him, and because there is no symptoms of anything, but because there is so many STDs that you don't know the symptoms of, how can I protect myself?
All right. I think we're going to go to break, and then I can go over there and apologize for all my Canadian slander, and then we'll come back and we'll answer this.
Okay.
Right after this. Welcome back to a live New York version of Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew. Carrie's over here. When we left off, we were speaking to Erin. Erin's from Canada. And you know I love the Canucks. She has a boyfriend, or had a boyfriend, caught him with another girl. The other girl gets around, right? She's been to all the Providences.
Yeah.
And she may have something. You're scared you picked up something from her,
we
from him.
have
right?
a aphorism, though, that cheaters cheat. So we would predict your boyfriend had already had a history of cheating, or at least indiscretion.
Yes, I found that out after.
After, you didn't know it beforehand, but as a result of this coming to light, you realize this guy had a long history of this kind of thing.
Yes.
So your question is?
Just because there is so many STDs that you don't see physical symptoms,
Right.
how do I know? I mean,
What might you have been exposed to and not know it at this point? Do you see a doctor regularly?
Yes, I do.
Do you want to answer this one, Carrie?
Go back to the doctor. Go, even if you, the worst they can say is you have nothing. And that's better to hear than to find out 6 months later you have.
I tell my
Probably
doctor,
decline
I say, there's 20 bucks in it for you if you say I have nothing. I try to sweeten the pot a little.
I thought you just did that when there was other people you wanted to impress. But listen, the fact is you need to have a pap smear, right? Because the wart virus will show up in the pap smear. And the whole issue there is cervical cancer and reducing the risk for that. Blood test for HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, syphilis. And beyond that, it's inspection and symptoms and maybe some urine tests. But if you go in and tell your doctor specifically you want to be screened for that, they should be able to tell you whether or not you have anything.
Okay. I think we've learned that there was one decent man who lived in Canada. His name was Alan Thicke, and he moved out 20 years ago. And now you ladies are screwed. Okay, we're going to the hidden camera,
Yes.
or the hidden
On the
street
street,
phone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Out in Times Square. Tina's down there.
Tina?
Look at that. Wow. Nothing like New York.
Tina, ask your question before someone rolls you.
Hold on a second. Tina, you there? Nope. Tina?
Tina, just shout. We could probably hear you.
There's no one on line 7. So there you go.
All right, well, it's a very provocative shot if Tina's back there. Let's go to 9.
There you go. How'd you know?
Hello.
Hi?
Tina.
Tina.
Yes.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing. My question is, my ex-boyfriend used to sleep around a lot before he met me, and I'm scared and I want to get tested, but I don't want to go to a real doctor because I don't want my parents to find out.
What
so I
makes you-
want to go to
Tina,
like a free
Tina, hold
clinic.
on. Tina,
but-
hold on a second. Hold on now. Why do you think your doctor would tell your parents?
Well, he wouldn't, but I don't want it showing up on my insurance or something like that.
So
I just don't want to go to a real doctor.
It actually is a realistic concern. Doctors, understand you have absolute right to confidential health care after the age of 12 to 14, depending which state you're in. A doctor, it's against the law for the doctor to discuss this with anybody, especially your
Unless
parents.
he's drunk. There's that caveat.
But you do need to be aware that you have to discuss with his office the fact about insurance forms and where the EOBs go and this sort of thing to make sure that nothing is sent home. But that should be something you could carry out. If you want to go to a clinic.
You go to, there's lots of clinics out there that will actually, I know like Planned Parenthood is one that will ask you, when I call you, can I tell anybody who answers the phone who I am? Can I send an envelope with our name on it? Because states have their own clinics. There's free clinics out there, and they're not hard to find.
Start with the Planned Parenthood. What's their name? What's that number? 520 plan?
This is great TV.
Oh, I can't remember the number.
Listen, we'll give it out. We'll get it during the commercial.
There
We'll
you
give it
go.
out later. And understand that clinics actually employ real doctors, too.
That's right.
They would be offended if you said, thank God I didn't see a real doctor, I came to you. And Planned Parenthood should just say, like, hello, this is the snowman. Is the Falcon flown yet?
This now is Tracy, 25. Tracy, what's going on? Tracy?
Tracy.
Oh,
Drew, this is silky smooth, brother.
well, that's her deal. I'm going to go to line 10. What's your name? Who's that?
Go,
Back to 8?
Hello?
Amber.
There you are, Amber. Tracy?
I'm here.
All right, what's going on?
Okay. A few months ago, I found out I got chlamydia.
Okay.
Are you there?
We're here.
Yeah.
We hear you.
Okay, I then found that my husband admitted to me that he cheated on me with a hooker.
Hmm.
Is it possible to get chlamydia through oral sex that way or another way? Intercourse?
In other words, he's claiming that a hooker gave him oral sex?
Yes.
Yeah, because if he did it to her, he has a self-esteem problem. Imagine plopping down $80 for that, Drew.
I will tell you,
Talk about a problem.
Adam, thank you for enlightening us. But Tracy, yes, it's possible. There is such a thing as a chlamydia infection of the throat, but it's rather unusual, and I think the more likely probability is he has had intercourse with the prostitute, and really it says that something's happening in the intimacy that your marriage is maintaining here. It's not about the sex, it's about the relationship. And do you have children?
Yeah, I have 4 children.
Oh, Tracy, 25
Well,
with
it's
4
just
kids.
4. Just 4.
Yes, I do.
Please go get some marital counseling, okay? It's not, put all this aside. It's a symptom of how disrupted the closeness and the intimacy is in this relationship, or it says something about your husband. Get some counseling. Try to repair this marriage on behalf of your kids, will you please? Okay? And also, obviously, get checked out. The treatment for chlamydia now is really fairly well perfected. There's azithromycin. A gram of that is very effective in eliminating chlamydia, though there is some concern that you might leave some behind. And it's, in fact, the residual and smoldering effects of chlamydia that's associated with infertility.
Drew, why don't you talk about the morning after pill here for 10 seconds?
Yeah, let me get on
got
my
4 kids.
climb on my soapbox. So please don't forget that if you have an unprotected sexual encounter, you can get a morning after pill, emergency contraception. It's basically 2 pills you take within 72 hours of an unprotected contact, and it reduces your risk of pregnancy by 75%. It's not an abortion. It just suppresses ovulation. It could eliminate abortion in this country if people there should be EC, emergency contraceptive, with every condom. That's my campaign platform.
Basically, what it is, it's taking the pill once instead of taking it every day.
All right, we're going back to the studio. We've got Joe in the audience.
Joe?
Hi. My question is, a really good friend of mine is dating this girl, and I know she has an STD. And basically, I don't know if I should get involved and tell him that he's dating a girl because I know he doesn't know. And, I mean...
How do you know?
Well, her friend told me. I'm really good friends with her best friend. And it's kind of one of those gossip things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does she have?
She has herpes, genital herpes.
Yeah. Does he have cable? Because they could probably put 2 and 2 together.
Well, basically, he really likes the girl, and I'm kind of.
I kind of. What?
We're gonna go to a break.
Oh, we are.
Yes.
All right. I may not have the same opinion when we come back. You're in danger of losing that, but I'll give you all of it when we come back. Welcome back to the live MTV Loveline edition.
From New York.
I would have got to that.
All right.
All right, that's Dr. Drew. Drew, say your piece.
I've got the number to connect with Planned Parenthood. It's 1-888-BE-SAFE-1, which is a number that we're going to be giving you at the end of the show where you get more information about STD, and they can connect you with Planned Parenthood. Also, I got kind of enthusiastic about the emergency contraceptive like I always do, and I want to point out that it's not a substitute for contraception. In other words, if you want contraception, use the birth control pill the way it's designed to be used. It's virtually 100% effective. The emergency contraceptive is just a backup measure if you have a condom break or a failure of some sort of contraceptive method or rape, that sort of thing. But the point is, if you don't plan, something happens to you, there is this alternative available, and there's no reason people shouldn't take advantage of it.
You have to use it within 3 days of the encounter.
72 hours. Yeah.
Okay, hold on, let me do the math here on that. 10 plus 12. 3 days!
Back to Joe. Joe.
Go ahead, Joe.
So should you get involved in that whole thing?
Right. Basically, what would be the right thing to do?
Joe's good friend is going out with a girl that he knows has an STD, or that he knows he believes has an STD. Should he say anything?
I know for a fact.
Hey,
how do you know for a fact? Somebody's just telling you this.
Well, I mean, you get the inside scoop. You know how gossip is.
Maybe she wants to date the guy, and she's just trying to break him up.
Well, it could be, but
Yeah,
I'm really good friends with this girl.
Listen, don't you think he should err on the side of caution or on the side of tattling here? I mean, what's the worst case scenario? He says something and she doesn't have it, so what?
I would like Carrie's opinion on that.
Actually, go talk to the girl. Ask the girl straight directly, do you have this? And if so, you need to talk to him about it, because it's not just your choice. It's both of your choice.
Hey, he's not friends with her.
Yeah, but it is... It's really, it's getting involved in a way that he shouldn't if he doesn't go directly to the person that supposedly has this thing. You had a follow-up question, too?
Yes. Also, let's say you want to have a child, and your wife has genital herpes.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do about that?
Carrie?
You can still have kids. That doesn't affect your childbearing skills at all. The only way that the baby's going to get it is if you have your initial outbreak. Like, let's say that you are pregnant and you have sex, and then you catch it then the baby has a chance of getting the herpes. Otherwise, most of the time what they'll do is they'll just do a C-section.
Or not. They're delivering more and more people that have herpes because they found out it's not as infectious during delivery as they'd once thought. But the obstetrician needs to be aware of it and will be careful, but it will not impair childbearing, I don't think, at all. Okay?
All right. Good luck.
Right.
And Drew, we're going to line 10 now?
No, we're not. We are just about out of show. We have time to say thank you to the Henry J. Kaiser Family Foundation, with whom, in cooperation with, we've been able to present this show tonight, and who helped out with the Sex in the 90s video you just saw.
Oh, yes. They're wonderful folks over there.
You know what? They really...
Oh, hold on. Are they part of the Kaiser Permanente?
No, they're not.
Let me just say something to those people for a second. Do not name a hospital Permanente. That is the worst plan I've ever heard in my life. It's like you're never going to leave.
This family was in business that founded these various institutions. The Henry J. Kaiser Family Foundation is totally separate from the Kaiser Industries, and they're involved in health promotion. And for further info, there's an STD hotline we've got set up. It's 1-888-BE-SAFE-1. That's B-E-S-A-F-E-1. And Loveline will be here and continue to answer your questions about STDs going forward. The Henry J. Kaiser Foundation is going to be with us working on future projects. And thank you, Carrie, for joining us.
You're welcome.
You did a great job in that video and here with us tonight.
Oh, yeah. Let's toss that Diane Farr right out of the studio. We'll bring Carrie in here. Get her to bargain rate. All right, well, that about does it. Does that about do it?
Got a few seconds. You want to say something?
I'm going to sing the dreidel song if we have
please,
time.
Please.
All right, thank you very much for joining us. Thank all you out in the audience. Give yourselves a hand. Thanks, MTV. And thank you for putting up with Drew. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew and Carrie saying mahalo.
Loveline is a Stone Stanley production. Yeah. Cool.